Welcome back to the lounge. I'm here with my partner AJ, man. I've been knowing this brother for about 9 years, man. He had a real good story, a good struggle, you know what I mean? So, man, let me ask you a few questions, but I'm gonna ask you the first question I want to ask you, man, is like, what was your upbringing like, and where you from, and just give me the rundown about your background and your parents and how you lived and what's changed with your life since then.
Ooh, shit, man, that's a large question.
We'll
There,
stick to the
man.
first part. Just tell me your upbringing, man. I know I'm throwing a lot of shit at you. I just, I'm
No,
new at
that
this shit.
all goes together. So
Right.
yeah, I'm from Chicago. You feel me? Originally, predominantly, you feel me? I say the South Side because that's where I spent a lot of my time, but I spent a lot of time out west as well. So I was back and forth between there because both of my grandmothers lived on opposite sides of the town. You feel me?
Okay.
So I had to go back and forth between there. Um, yeah, I grew up with a pretty southern based type of lifestyle. The way that they were, the way that they moved and everything like that. Because on my father's side, my grandmother's from Coffeyville, Mississippi, in the sticks.
Okay.
And then on my mom's side, they're technically from Chicago originally. So I got a little mix between the two.
So did you see your mom and your dad? Was they together, or was they together for a little while? How did that go? Like your upbringing with your family?
So my mom and pops, they separated when I was real young.
Okay.
So when I was super young, and then my pops moved out here, and then
Where's out here? Because motherfuckers ain't gonna know where out here is. Where you at?
He moved to the Yay area. Man,
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He first started in Frisco. You feel me? And
Okay.
then,
What part of Frisco?
To be so honest, if I'm not mistaken, when he first came out here, you feel me? He went through a whole little journey himself. You feel me? And he was like in the downtown area of San Francisco.
Okay, so probably like the Tenderloin and all that shit.
Yep, most definitely.
All right. So, shit. So did you stay with your mom or did you stay with pops mostly?
I stay with my mom's mostly, cause by the time, so I say he probably left when I was about maybe 2 or 3. You feel me? He decided to move. So, but predominantly, I was with moms and my granny all the time. Her mom. So
man,
and his mother actually. I spent a lot of time with her as well. My grandmother. So it was kind of it was honestly mostly my grandparents. You feel me? Mostly my grandmothers that took care of me. You feel me? My mom and pops, they were very young. They was doing their own thing, trying to work. My dad trying to figure himself out. So I pretty much was raised by the OGs.
Okay, so you was mostly in Chicago at this point.
Yep, at this point, probably up until about 7. At 7, my mom's job changed and we moved to the DMV over in Baltimore.
Okay, so nigga, I got something that I'm gonna tell you, nigga. I had an opportunity. I was doing photography class, blood, and they was like, yeah, we went to Seattle, we went to LA. Them niggas started talking about going to Chicago. I was like, fuck y'all niggas. I ain't going out there, nigga. That's one of the motherfucking places I'm terrified to go, blood. That in Mexico, nigga. That shit crazy out there, nigga.
Hey, I'm cool. I'm definitely cool off Mexico. So
shit,
they can have
nigga.
that.
Them motherfuckers, man. So tell me what it was like growing up out there, blood, because I know that shit crazy.
Baltimore was rough as hell, boy, on me. That shit was rough to the motherfucker. But you think, like, I promise you, I had a hard, of course, me not being from there, I had a harder time out there than I did in my own city. And my city, a tough cookie to be able to, grow up in, you feel me? But
yeah,
them niggas out there in Baltimore was different. The kids different, you feel me? All the shit. Like, I grew up in a lot of apartment complexes, you feel me, for the time that I spent out there, you feel me? So, and the apartment complexes, no matter what they is, if it's a townhouse complex, whatever, that shit is huge. Okay. So it's like, it's hella kids, you feel me, from all over, you feel me, the whole spot, especially the urban hood spots.
Right.
So that was probably the first one I went to was, I can't remember the name of this shit for nothing, but the school that I went to was literally like right outside the apartments and everything. It was ghetto as hell on my world, boy.
Okay, so
had to deal with some shit.
You was fighting and shit, a lot of fighting.
Absolutely, for surely fighting my way through that motherfucker. They respected me though, you feel me, over
time.
Yeah,
you got to thump up on a few of niggas, man. You know what I mean, and make them respect you. So, Okay, so when did you so what was your values growing up as a kid in your household? Like what was that like? Like especially being raised by a grandmother, because I was raised by my grandmother, so they have different values than our parents would have. You feel what I'm saying? So what was your value system when you was being raised by your grandmother or your,
Man.
church? Did you go to church and stuff like that? Did they put you through any of
So
that?
so what's great? What's great about? I love telling this part of my story too, as well, because what's great about that is that, of course, everybody always talks about religion and stuff like that in general, and they basically allowed me to be um, they allowed me to be open to what I wanted to be. You feel me,
Okay.
in general. So they were Baptists. Most of my family were Baptists. It was the church. You feel me? All that different types of shit. But when
They,
they would take me to church with them, but it was kind of like they wouldn't necessarily force me to do anything. You feel me? They didn't force the Bible on me. You feel me?
okay.
Of course, they talked about it. They took me to church, whatever like that. But it was nothing forced upon me. Anything that I wanted to do when it came to that, it was up to me. So when I decided, of course, I'm not Christian now, but at the time, you feel me, they allowed me to get baptized when I felt like it.
That's
They
what's up.
allowed me to join the church if I wanted to when I felt like it. It was nothing pressured, you feel me? So I
Good.
never grew up with a specific type of religion or, outlook on anything. I was kind of open. And I guess that kind of allowed me to be a lot more open as an adult, you feel me, instead of being conformed to something in specific.
Okay, so when you was a kid, what type of kid was you? Was you like a nerd kid? Like, how was you, like when you was at your, I guess I like to say like your most innocent, like you know what I mean, before you started, that change into being, you know what I mean, because we all go through that as black men. You feel what I'm
Definitely
saying?
know that,
Is
yeah.
yeah. So how was you before?
I definitely say that I was a more nerdish type of kid. You feel me?
Okay,
Until I
what you
got,
was into? What you was into? Like, what was your thing?
shit. I was in action figures. Power Rangers was my shit. That was everything to me. You
Okay,
feel me? At the time,
okay. So,
I had a little collection. You feel me? All my little toys and everything. That was kind
nigga,
of my thing. You feel me?
if you still had that shit, it'd probably be worth money right now.
Man, do you understand? When I say this was kind of like, it's funny you say that, because my pops had a thing since he moved out here. You feel me? He didn't, necessarily have enough money to be able to see me all the time.
He'd send you shit.
Um, He'd send me shit. He'd
Yeah.
go to Walgreens. You feel me? Every time, because every time a new Power Ranger came out, I knew that Walgreens would always have it.
Yeah.
Every time a new one come out, they got it. You feel me? So
Yep.
he would write me. He sometimes write little notes to me, send me money, and in the notes he'd be like, "What do you want?" He asked me, "What do I want?" One time, and I was like, "I want this Power Ranger, this, and that." And so he kind of made it a thing that every so often, you feel me, he would go to the store, find a Power Ranger, and send it to me.
All
So
right.
I
So,
had a bunch of shit.
all right. So this is gonna be the transition, blood. So, at what age was that innocent point to where you began dabbling in the street life? Because niggas generally don't just jump right in. You kind of dabble, start fucking with certain niggas or whatever. Was that your story, or how did it go with you once you started mixing your two lives, I should say?
I'll say, like, you feel me, elementary school, like probably around 7th, 8th grade is when
Damn. Okay.
everything started happening for me. You feel me,
Okay.
like that, because of the school that I went to. It was in a predominantly, I live in a predominantly GD gangster disciple area. You feel me, in
Yeah.
Chicago. So um, when I started going to school, you feel me, which was not too far from my house. That's all the kids that kind of grew up in that specifically. You feel, I put it like this: I was one of those kids. You feel me, until they started putting me in other schools and I started going outside. I lived hood adjacent, so like I was in the hood, but the hood was around me,
Right.
per se,
Right.
if you want to say so to speak.
You
So
wasn't
I
in
wasn't.
and in and in it, but you could walk outside and play and do little shit. But if you went to
If I
the
went
left or the right,
anywhere, like
oh, you.
there was a park down the street. You feel me?
Uh,
That my granny and them told me to never go to by myself, right?
okay.
And for years, I always be like, I want to go to this park. I want to go to this park. You feel me? She was like, you gotta have somebody actually go up there with you.
Okay.
First time I ever went was with my partner. His grandfather went with us. Then the second time I went, me and my partner went by ourselves though. Like, we was outside. We was like, oh, we just gonna go down to the park. You feel me? This, and that. We ran down to the park. You feel me? Was going there to hoop, and some boys showed up. You feel me? Coming to hoop with us. Me knowing who I am, you feel me? I've always been spiritually inclined. You feel me? So I already knew it was some bullshit.
It felt wrong in a motherfucker.
Man, I knew it was some bullshit. I'm like, I said this in my mind. I said, we finna get beat the fuck up today, boy. I already knew
It's
it. We
going
was gonna
down,
get beat
yeah.
up.
You get
Yeah,
niggas
for
be.
sure going down.
That's that church blood. That's that church. You get them feelings. That should be in you. So okay, so after that, blood. So when did you get heavy? Like because and then I'm assuming you had to leave from out there. I don't know your story, but I'm just assuming that you was out there probably getting in trouble because I met you in the Bay Area. Niggas just don't, make transitions generally. People don't, especially to come live with their dads when they dads doing their thing. Niggas don't just do
Exactly.
that. You had to get into some shit. And that's just me using this to, you know what I mean? So tell me what happened and tell me how you made that Prince of Bel Air flight out here. You know what I mean? Tell me that shit. Yeah.
West Side Chicago,
Man,
boy. No.
bring your ass out here. Right.
Nah, but shit. I say probably
Don't get
like
into no incriminating shit though. So
nah,
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
not.
all
You
right,
ain't
all
gonna do
right,
that,
all right,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't want that part of it. Just tell me, the roundabout shit, nigga.
It probably started around. I should say I should say like it started my freshman year, but where it really got heavy was probably like my junior year of high school is when everything started to form itself and be what it was, and me starting to be with the people that I was, even though they weren't even bad people. Them niggas just gang bang, you feel me?
Right.
But they actually kept me out of trouble, to be so honest, because they had the studio, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
The niggas fed me. They was a lot older than me too as well. It was probably how old I am now when I met them. You feel me?
Okay.
Most of the people in that group. But yeah, probably like my junior years when I really started jumping in, I needed money. I had no money. You feel me? All type of
Nigga,
shit
that's
going
how I
on at that
started,
time. You
nigga.
feel me?
I started,
That's exactly where it started. It
nigga. I
started
wanted
with
a Nintendo, nigga, and that's when I got out there, nigga, because they wasn't buying it. You know what I mean? So
nah, yeah, they wasn't. In Chicago we a real fashion city. Niggas love clothes. They love
okay,
dressing up. You feel me? And all different types of shit. So when you was in elementary school is where that shit started. Like we were wearing, of course, um, uniform. You feel me?
okay,
But Chicago has a way of not giving a shit about what they tell you to do. So they gonna wear what you told them to wear, but they gonna change it. So they was like blue slacks. You feel me? Polo top. Nah, we wearing blue Dickies and a motherfucking a white tee. Goddamn it,
right,
with some
okay,
Nikes.
okay,
That's what we was doing. So if you didn't have that attire, you feel me? Damn near, you'll get flamed. So by
okay.
the time I got to high school, it was on the same type of tip, but it was even worse now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna get no girls, none of that type of
None of
shit. You
that
feel me?
shit.
If you ain't fly, you feel me? So
Yeah.
niggas just surely had to get some money in his pocket. I'm asking my folks, I'm like, somebody put me on because I can't do this, boy, on me. I gotta get some money, something. You feel me? At this time, so that's when everything really started to get heavy for me because people started to know who I was. You feel me? And all that
Okay.
type of shit. So
So how did it happen? How did you get sent? Like your parents, you got in trouble with the law. What happened? Like
So what really honestly started that whole thing with me even having the option to go come out here is so my grandmother passed when I was probably like 13. So
no.
right before I got into high school, she passed like my 8th grade year,
Yeah.
and she was kind of like she was who I really lived with. My
Yeah.
mother, she stayed in DC. Like so, when we moved to DC. Me and my mom wouldn't get along because of course my sibling's father.
Of
That's a
course.
whole little
Yeah,
story
yeah.
right
I
there
already
in
know,
its
nigga.
own.
That's the stepdaddy
But
shit. Yep.
yeah, the stepdaddy
And he
shit
ain't
terrible,
feeling
nigga.
you, but he fuck with the other one type shit.
Exactly type shit.
Got you.
So yeah, we wasn't getting along. You feel me? Mama said you want to go back to Chicago. I said hell yeah. She bought me a motherfucking ticket. I was gone. You feel me? Damn near the next day.
Not bad,
Uh,
nigga. That
I
nigga
was
probably
gone the next.
paid for that shit, nigga. His stepdaddy was like, send this nigga, I got you. I'm gonna hold you down.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you put up the cash, bro.
That nigga
Straight
put
up,
that
though.
cash up, nigga. He sent your ass. Believe that.
Good,
Yeah.
please. I'm about to say, pay for me to get the fuck away from you, nigga. Cause
Exactly, nigga. You was gonna do something to that nigga, huh?
oh yeah, most definitely. It was coming. Somehow for
Something,
sure it
nigga.
was coming.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she stayed in DC. I moved back home, and then my granny passed away. And then she had came and moved back because, of course, that shit wasn't going right. She came and moved back.
Of course.
By that time, but she came and moved back before she passed away. And then while we was there, you feel me? That happened. and then it was just me and her. Me and my mama, we ain't live together in years. She only visits. I visit her, you feel me? She come visit us. She go to hell back home. This was different, you feel me? Me and her hadn't lived together for years, so me and my mama was like this. I'm a Cancer, she a Capricorn. You feel me? Like this, bumping at all times, bumping. You feel me? Like it was just bad. Like when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad. So, yeah, that's how that shit started with all that.
Okay, so once you got out here, how did shit take off from there?
So I moved here when I was like 17. Yeah, she sent me out here. Matter of fact, speaking of that, before I even get to that, so you know how your parents always tell you like you can't follow my rules, get out of my house type shit. I was making my own money at the time. You feel me?
Yeah.
I could legit
I
support
can get
myself.
the fuck out of here. Yeah.
She didn't really know that. You feel me? Like you know, I was doing my own
Just
shit.
trying
You
to
know,
punk you, huh?
Yeah.
Nigga said that shit though. That shit don't fly.
Up in the crib, all type of clothes, you feel me, shoes. She like, where you get this from? I'm like, I've been had this, you feel me? But of course, you know, I'm doing my thing. So when she told me that, you feel me, I took it upon myself to be like, well, shit, I'm gonna get the hell out, you feel me? So I cut, you feel me? I went to my partner, my brother's house, you feel me, at the time, and his mom, you feel me, she honestly didn't have no problem with me staying there. Cause it wasn't like I was trying, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to not go to school. I liked school, you feel me? So I was still gonna go to school. I was still gonna hustle and get my money, but my mama wasn't fucking with that, you feel me? So she basically she sent me out there, you feel me? Because I was telling her basically I wasn't gonna come back to the house. You feel me? Hella shit.
So,
and
come get
like,
your son. Come get your son. You need to get this nigga. He ain't lit. I know, nigga. Yeah, nigga get to get a certain age, man. Yeah.
Man, one-way ticket my ass out here, you feel me? That summer, nigga, you feel me? Like by the time she damn near took me out of school before it even finished, goddammit.
She was ready for your ass to go again, nigga.
Yeah. Man, no, matter of fact, she took me out like close to the end, you feel me? She didn't even let me finish the whole school year out. But I end up getting sent out here, you feel me, probably what was this, 2011. Okay. So July 2011, not too, like maybe a week before my birthday.
So once you touched down out here, man, how was life? Like what you get into and, you know, progress on to like where I met you at, and then, you know, the stuff that we really want to talk about, the relationship shit and where that shit is headed like nowadays and shit. So get to the point where like you got out here, what did you do? And then you obviously met your child's mother.
Yep.
So what did you do in between that, before you met her? Like what you was doing out there in Oakland or San Francisco and bouncing around and stuff like that?
Shit, I was damn near basically on music. It was music in school. Like, it wasn't nothing else to do, you feel me? Like, I ain't know nobody out here, you feel me? None of the shit.
So you wasn't selling no dope or none of that shit? You kind of just let that shit go once you got out here?
Pretty much.
Pops was helping you keep you fresh, though, for a minute?
No.
Okay.
See, that's the whole thing. I end up. See, that's the whole thing about the whole stability thing with parents and shit like that. Mine didn't have it. I had stability up until the point that my grandparents didn't have any say so anymore like that.
Right.
Once one passed away, you feel me, it made it harder for the other one to be able to obtain anything with me. Right. So she my grandmother, she did as much as she possibly could, you feel me, to make sure that I was okay, but it was only so much that she could.
Mine too, brother. So I get it. Yeah. Nigga gonna be hard-headed, he gonna be hard-headed and do what the fuck he want to. They can't stop that shit. So I get it.
Exactly. So yeah, I came here and I was basically doing music, you feel me, ridiculous. My pops, he put me in a program called United Roots, which used to be called Covenant House back in the day. Okay. They changed it to United Roots, Peapod, and I think it was at the time it was sponsored by Black Eyed Peas and hella shit, so they had hella studios in there. They had the program was like from I think, I don't know, like 11, 12, you feel me, all the way up to you was like 22 or some other shit like that. So they had a regular program, and then they had this other program called the Start to Finish program. It was run by DJ 12s, not AbejideJ 12, but DJ 12's Clemente Pena, you feel me? So old school DJ.
Where was this program at? This was in Oakland?
This was in Oakland, yeah, right
Okay.
off of 19th and Telegraph.
Okay.
They still there. It's a non-for-profit organization
Okay.
run by a guy named Galen Peterson. They do a whole lot of shit for the community, and they hold programs there and all different type of shit there. You
Okay.
feel me? For
Okay.
men,
So
for
that's
men
where
and
you.
women.
So that's where you got your to continue what you wanted to do from Chicago out here.
Yeah, that's
So
this is honestly where all of the friends that I have now are people that I call family. This is damn near pretty much where I met all of them. Like
okay.
anybody that I hang out with right now that I say I'm cool with, you feel me? I say I fuck well and tough. I met them there for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
So
So tell me about
yeah,
like you falling in love. I'm assuming you fell in love or you had your child, because what I seen in you, blood, was like you was a good ass nigga. And me and you kind of like clicked. You told me about your music. I heard it. I was like, damn, blood, you really got some heat. You know what I mean? When I met you. But I know that when I met you, you were supporting your baby mama doing her photo shoots, and I was a photographer for a lot of her shoots. But every time I seen you, you had a good vibe. You was always with your daughter. You was always handling the back end while she was doing her thing, and you gave her hella support. So tell me about like, y'all meeting and how that came to be.
we met. So I end up me, of course, me coming here. You talk about, my dad and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really like school like that. You feel me? Because he had me doing online school. So what ended up happening is that I basically fucked off. You feel me? Like probably like my senior year, because I was going through hella shit with moving and all that shit in the first place. Mentally. So I really didn't like. I didn't take school serious at that time. So I fucked it off and ended up going into a continuation program at Laney, called Gateway to College, basically.
Okay.
And that's where I met her. You feel me? Like we had class together and shit like that. She was a brainiac, hella smart. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So was
She
I.
always was doing something, man.
Always doing so. She real good with numbers, money, and shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically where me and her clicked at. And of course, we was weed heads, so it was
Yeah.
just
That was even better. Nigga, get that shit on. Let's blaze up, nigga. That's always the
yeah, that's
gateway to them panties, nigga. You know what I
that's
mean?
that's that's basically how that shit happened. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
coming to see her all the time. You feel me? After we linked at school, and then yeah, just became a thing, and then boom, baby here. You feel me?
Oh,
Like
yeah. So when your baby, okay, so for me, I know like when I see my kids, man, I was there for all of them, right? That shit is like, dude, did you feel that instant change when you was
man,
in
absolutely.
instant, right?
It's like a light. You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit tap on like this. It's like, damn, where is this
Yeah.
coming from?
Yep. So, so how did the rest of that kind of play out? Like, cause I know that y'all had like something. You don't have to get too much into detail, but you know what I mean. Y'all broke up or whatever for whatever reasons, and then what turn did your life take? Cause you kind of, from what I seen, your dreams and the stuff that you was doing was kind of on the back burner, supporting her and taking care of the kids while she did her thing. But I know after that, I knew that you kind of went ghost for a minute. You would still send me songs here and there, but nigga, next time you was like up, nigga. I was like, my nigga, I seen you back in Chicago, nigga. I seen you bouncing around. I'm seeing you at parties and doing your thing. You know what I mean? So, tell me, how did your life get affected by you not being around your child? And I know you went into a place like I think all of us do when we
Man,
get separated. So you went to that place. Tell me about that place you was at.
man, that place, bro. When I say my life was turned the fuck upside down, when
That
I
shit
say I
hurt, don't it?
never,
That shit hurt, don't
man,
it?
that shit, that shit was
That shit hurt,
ridiculous. You
nigga.
feel me? Never being able to experience something like that before, and not knowing that you're going to experience it. You feel me? Is just the whole thing in itself. Like my granny used to tell me all the time, like her favorite thing was to tell me is, this too shall pass. That's her favorite thing to say when
Man,
something happens in general. And that was kind of like the mindset that I had to keep myself in. Like, bro, they ain't always gonna be fucked up like this. When I say it was fucked up, boy, it was fucked up, boy, like ridiculously. So I damn near kind of my daughter was the main thing that took me through that in general. Like
yeah.
I was like, I gotta stay alive for
Yup.
her. I have to. You feel me? There is nothing else that I can do. Got to stay alive for her. You feel me? At the end of the
Right.
day, so that was kind of like, even if I didn't have a specific goal that I was trying to get to, I was gonna get to something. You feel me? Where I was gonna be able to do something better. You feel me? for her in the long run at the end of the day.
So,
So
so you went through. I know you told me like I don't know if you want to get into it. So your living
yeah, go ahead.
arrangements, yeah, your living arrangement. What was that like after that? Because I know it was like
Man,
you was down.
shit. I put it like this. Like, I don't know if I ever sent you the songs when I was actually writing about this shit
I
because
think
I
you did,
had
brother. I think you did.
I luckily, you feel me, which is crazy about this shit is I luckily still had my recording equipment while I was homeless.
You
So
was doing it
wherever the
with
fuck
on
I
your
went,
phone or some shit, right? Yeah, you was sent like little joints that you had on your phone too. Didn't wasn't you doing
what
some?
so no, so I had so look, so put it like this. I lost my speakers, but I still had my microphone and my laptop, you feel me?
Okay, it was
So I used to
laptop.
take my yeah, I used to take my laptop and my microphone, you feel me? And I take that motherfucker everywhere I went. Didn't
I
matter where I
remember.
was at, you feel me? I
Yeah.
was taking that shit somewhere. So um damn, I just lost train of thought.
So what you was doing when you was out there on the street? That's what we talking
Ah,
about.
okay.
Yeah.
So look, so basically, I was basically house hopping everywhere. If you could think of, not even just house hopping. Like I lived in the storage. You feel me?
Yeah.
I lived in a overflow lot. You feel me? From a car dealership. You feel me? Me and my little brother that I met along the way as well.
Okay.
But that's another thing. You feel me? Met a few folks along the way. But I was basically damn near everywhere you could think of. I didn't stay in a dope house in Berkeley. You feel me? It was real
Just
fucked up. You feel me? Trying
wherever.
to figure out where to be,
Yeah.
wherever. You feel me? Sleeping on the floor. You feel me? Wherever I
So
could find refuge at the
so
time.
so let me ask you a question, blood, because I drive AC Transit, or I used to drive AC Transit. I kind of got into a fight and got kicked up out of there. They got me back, but that you know what I mean. I whooped some nigga ass. But anyway, blood, I know a lot of niggas that had the same story, right? I talked to so many motherfuckers when I was there for 17 years, and a lot of them niggas don't ever bounce back, bruh. So tell me, well, I know you said it was your daughter, but how did you get yourself up out of that situation? How did you pull yourself up out of all this shit you going through where a lot of niggas would be giving up, you know, whatever, trying to go back to doing other shit? How did you pull yourself up out of that? What like
um,
steps did you take? Who did you lean
shit,
on?
man.
What did you do? You know what I mean?
At the time, even though I don't have him now, I had a big homie. You feel me?
He
I'm
passed
not gonna
away?
say his name. You feel me? Nah,
Oh.
We just
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
separated. You
Sometimes it
feel
get
me?
like that, yeah.
Mindset's different. You feel me? Shit like that.
But at the
Um,
time he was
but
good.
basically, yeah. But basically, at the time, you feel me? I had him to lean on. He was part of the reason why I had a lot of places to stay. You feel me? He was the first one to actually tell me like he was like exhaust all your options. You feel me? Before you just decide to cut, because one of my options was to leave and go back to Chicago. My
Right.
grandmother called me. She was worried about me hella much. I told her what was going on. She was like, "Look, if you need to, you feel me, come move back to Chicago, whatever like that." When I told him that, he was like, "Man, hell no, don't
Hell
do
no.
that shit." He was
That
like, "You
shit
got the
crazy.
daughter out here." You feel me? He said, "Do
Yeah.
not do that shit." He was like, "Nigga, we gonna." He's like, because at the time I don't think I told him. You feel me? I think I was just dealing with it. Like I was
Yeah,
living in
nigga.
the storage at the time. I didn't tell nobody what was going on.
Man,
You
we
feel me?
suffer in silence sometimes, brother. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's exactly what it was.
Always,
So
oh,
it's
kind of lightweight, embarrassed, and you know, shit. You don't know how motherfuckers gonna react to that. So,
that's exactly what it was. So yeah, so he told me exhaust all my options, and I was just like, all right, fuck it. You feel me? He was like, I'm gonna find some place for you to stay. You feel me? You gonna figure it out, stay there, whatever like that. And that was kind of like how it ended up going. So I basically moved to my brother's house first. I think I stayed in my partner's car. You feel me? Once it got to the point of me staying in the storage, he was like, all right, we're gonna find somewhere else for you to go. I went there, and it honestly continued for a while. You feel me? Until I found something to be able to occupy my time, of course. Which, and at the time, you feel me, the weed sessions and all that types of shit was starting to surface. So I started
okay.
working there, figuring my way out there, and then because I honestly, to be so honest, um, I wasn't able to work a job for a minute because the situation happened before I ended up actually out on the street where I ended up breaking my wrist.
Okay.
So I broke my actual hand and my right hand I do everything with. So I couldn't do shit. I
Shit,
couldn't
right.
work. They wasn't trying to let me work in no jobs. You feel me? I had to get a doctor's note. Doctor told me I was out for 6 months. You feel me? So that sent me into the depression and the area where I wasn't able to provide for myself
Right.
or for my kid and shit like that. So I had to do whatever was possible that I could do at the time. Even if that's shit didn't make me a lot of money, whatever like that. So
Right.
um, that's basically kind of how that was going for a while up until the weed sessions came. You feel me? And then um, after, what's crazy about that, you feel me, is that my child's mother is actually, she was the one that got me into that in the first place.
Okay.
Crazy, even though,
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
shit
shit
that's
that
happened,
happened.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say she made that way for me, and I just figured my way out, you feel me, all the way into there. And then after that, you feel me, I just, basically became full time with that.
Okay.
And finding my way in that, making customers, making my own product, you feel me? Because I started making, THC Kool-Aid, I started
Yeah.
making weed
Yeah.
bombs, all different types of shit like
Right.
that,
Right.
you feel me? Because I saw everybody else doing
Selling the
whatever like
punches
that.
and shit, the juices. And,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
So I started really getting into that, you feel me, doing my own thing. And then, of course, along the way, because it took me a while to honestly figure, my area out with that. I was still struggling even with finding that, you feel me, because I wasn't making what I needed to make to be able to support myself and my kid, you feel me, and shit like that. So
Right.
I think by the time COVID came around is when the idea struck, basically. So I had always done cleaning. That was something my grandmother taught me. You feel me? My dad's mom. She taught me that since I was a kid because her grandmother taught her that. A little quick side story. You feel me? They basically. So yeah. So my grandmother had polio. She lived in Coffeyville, Mississippi, in the sticks. There was hella racist there. So the people at the hospital, they basically told her, take the little nigga home and let her die there. And her grandmother was a midwife. Basically,
Right.
she delivered all the babies,
Mm-hmm.
stuff in the area. So she took her home with her. You feel me? And nursed her back to health. You feel me? Taught her how to made her stand. You feel me? Taught her how to walk again. Taught her how to sew, right? You feel me? All that type of shit. So my grandmother carried those same values, and basically, every grandchild that she had, she did whatever was possible to bring whatever she saw in them out. And for me, you feel me, it was drumming, of course, and music in general. And, she also taught me how her grandmother taught her how to clean. So I kind of took that, you feel me,
Right.
and used it to my advantage, you feel me, coming out here. Of course, learning more when I got out here. But
So,
yeah,
so what was you
took
cleaning?
that to. So I started off cleaning, of course, with her. I was cleaning her house every
Right.
goddamn
Right. Right.
Sunday. You feel me?
Yeah, they wasn't playing. You dusting everything. I mean, my grandmother used to make me bring out the lemon pledge, nigga. You gonna shine some wood and shit, right?
Yeah, my grandmother had wood stairs. You feel me?
Okay.
So she'd give me a rag. You feel me? Whatever like that. And I'm sweeping the stairs down. You feel me? Wiping them down, like the whole flight of stairs. She got me changing all the trash, all that type of shit. She was also a rummage sale lady. You feel me? So
Okay.
she
She
sold
collect
shit.
shit.
You feel me? She
Yeah.
went to the swap meet. You feel me? The
Side
thrift
hustle is in your
stores.
blood, then, nigga. You know what I mean?
When I
That's all I'm hearing.
when I when I, when I say she never had a boss, she paid off 2 mortgages on one house out of her pocket.
Yeah.
You feel me? Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Blessed.
that's where my stock come from with her. You feel me? She also taught me how to sell shit. You feel me? All that type of shit. So basically, yeah. When I came out here, I took that particular value. You feel me? And not caring about having to clean. You feel me? And doing it for some money. I took it to all the little startup companies. So I worked for a good portion of the little startup companies that was out here in the beginning of my journey of working and stuff like that. Made a lot
Okay.
of good money. And then when I stopped and then went through the journey I went through, of course, that when I actually started to resurface and get everything going,
Yeah.
one of my partners got into it, and she was like, nigga, you should do this shit too, basically. You feel me? And I was just like, why not? Because nigga done already had these type of jobs. This time, I would be doing it for myself versus for a particular company, whatever like that. So,
Okay.
and I started to see how much them niggas was making. You feel me?
Yeah. Cleaning.
Yes, bro.
Man,
Ridiculous, bro.
ridiculous, blood. I did a little service. We did it for like a apartment, no, for like downtown like businesses when I was younger, man. They we just go from floor to floor, just cleaning up, emptying trash, making bread, blood. Easy ass
Yeah,
work too.
exactly. Easy chicken, you feel me? No cap though, easy chicken. And I found out that the most easy chicken, you feel me, was from them commercial things. You feel me? The commercial companies
Buildings. Yeah.
is the commercial companies, buildings and stuff like that is who giving the real payout. So
Yeah.
I started off with residential, you feel me, for myself, and I was making good money, you feel me, but it was a lot more stressful with the work in general. So I
Yeah.
started to not pick places where people were living in them and picking the ones where they weren't living in, or
Right.
they were moving out of.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
that started to become my thing. And then as I moved further along with that, I end up of course, finding out about commercials. So I'll still do residential if it comes to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
But my bread and butter, you feel me, is in commercial.
Commercials.
So yeah, basically COVID was like basically the main run where everything started at, where I started my business and stuff like that, because it was buku jobs, you feel me,
Yeah.
everywhere. Like I was damn near doing a job every day. Probably could make like if you wanted to, you probably make like damn near 1,000, you feel me, a day
So
if you did it right.
so the reason why I want to touch on shit like that, because like I was saying, it's a bunch of niggas that get in bad situations and don't use what God gave them, you know what I mean, to get themselves up out of it. And it's just like, stuff come to you because it's things that you did all your life. So, this is just a lesson to motherfuckers that it's always a hustle. You never have to stay where you at. It's your mindset that gets you up out of it, right?
You gotta
So
want more.
go ahead.
You gotta want more.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
That's what me and my best friend talk about right now is that that be the problem with niggas is that like they don't want more in life.
They
You feel
happy
me?
where they
So
at. They settle. They don't want to learn that. They
complacent.
if they got a little Jordan, a little weed, a little this, a little that, doing this. They happy with what they got. So that's why a lot of us, our mindset is trash, blood, when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Our whole community. So that's kind of what I want to lead into now. Like, so what's your life looking like now? Like as far as your outlook on dating or whatever else you got going on. What do you think? Like, what's the pros and cons of this new age modern dating scene? And do you think that it's like real love out there for you after like going through a breakup? And what is that looking like for you? Like, what is you seeing out there? Because you really on the scene with a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean?
But a
What
lot
is
of
these
shit, man.
women? What is these new women like? Nope.
You man, bro.
Cause not the reason why I'm bringing this shit up, right? Because they always say that men is trash, men is this, men is that, right? And they talk a lot of shit about men, but like brothers like you that I witnessed how you was with your kids, you know what I mean? I feel that I was good with my kids, so when we have these situations that we come through that damn near break us, you feel what I'm saying? What's your outlook moving past that and trying to find what you want, like what you want from the women that's out here? Do you just want certain things, or are you really looking for somebody to hold you down, or do you have that now? You know what I mean?
So who I should say? So my mother's mom, my granny, she basically told me her main thing was to tell me she was like, because I ain't gonna lie, she was the first person to mend a nigga broken heart when he was a kid. You know how shit
Oh
happen
yeah,
like that when you a
fuck
kid,
yeah,
some shit
nigga.
happen.
Ah,
So she was the first one, you feel me, to actually help me get over it. I can remember, you feel me, when it happened. So her first thing was to tell me like when shit what happened was like don't get rid of your golden heart. That's her main thing. He used to always say. She was like, no matter what happens, you feel me, what people do don't change who you are, you feel me,
yeah,
because of this specific,
but
situation that has happened.
ain't it kind of
So
hard not to let that affect you in a way? Because I'm the same way. I think I keep my same attitude through whatever, and I don't put the burden from the last motherfucker on the next motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I think a
exactly.
lot of cats, a lot of men, when they get hurt, especially men, because when we into something, we really plan on being there for the long term. When you really dedicate yourself to something,
Like
right?
yeah, when you put your mind
Oh,
purpose
it's like
together,
you.
yeah.
That's the end of the road. You feel that you're gonna be there forever, and then if that shit come crashing down, it's almost like damn, like you know what I mean. So, how did you maintain what you said your grandma taught you? How did you maintain keeping that golden heart, and what has it gotten you since your last heartbreak?
Um, well, shit. To be so honest, like, well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went, through a whole little thing, of course, with being in the position that I was and
Hmm.
not knowing that I wasn't supposed to be dating. That was the whole thing. I was having an issue with. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, or being in competition. You feel me, with the person that I was with and shit like that. A lot of that was going on
Okay.
at the time. So, um, at one point, I really didn't have a mindset of what I was doing. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You feel
You
me?
were
Niggas was
just
just doing shit,
yeah.
just doing shit. You feel me?
Right.
Because the position you want something. You feel me? You can't get it, so you like fuck it. I'm gonna just mask everything that I got going on. You feel me? With doing some other shit over here, and it may not
Yeah.
even be the best,
For
best shit.
you.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
It
It's
could be
just
the
something
it could be
to
the dumbest shit on earth. It's just some
just
shit to
something
do.
to
You feel me?
take that pain away and cover it up, and so we were like you was just bopping around. So like, how did you figure out that you needed to work on yourself and kind of stop doing what you was doing and fix that? And did that put you in a better position, or are you still working on yourself right now? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's always room for improvement. You feel me? Like always room for improvement. But when you start hearing the same thing from multiple people, you feel me? Like, all right,
Yeah.
maybe I am doing some, like,
Yeah, that's what I had
I
to
am on
do.
some other shit.
Yep. You have to look at
Yeah,
yourself, man. That's that accountability. There you go. See, niggas got to take accountability. That's why my shit is called the accountability lounge, boy. Because if you don't take your accountability, you never gonna move past it. You gotta listen to me what other motherfuckers are saying about you and don't take it personal. You know what I mean? Just take it as something that you need to look at, focus on that, start improving on that. So even if, when you find that next person that you're not bringing that same shit in, and you have to still ask questions and, make sure that, the people that you're dealing with understand that you have certain issues that you're working on. You know what I mean? That's what I've figured out for me is that I have to work on myself. You get what I'm saying? And when I work on
absolutely.
myself, I still have to, I guess, dig deep and recognize the shit that's so easy to come back and loop around. You get what I'm saying? So,
And we do a lot of subconscious shit. You feel me? Like it just like niggas do some shit. You feel me? And don't even know that they doing it until motherfucker damn near gotta put you on a recording and show you like, hey, you feel me, nigga? This is you right here. You feel me? Like, damn, nigga, that's
nigga,
me.
that's me,
Shit.
nigga. Like I did that. Like nigga, that ain't me. How you
Yeah,
do
I don't
that
even remember
shit?
doing that, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So,
had some shit like that happen to me when I was drunk. You feel me? Like this was the time I was like when I was in the so basically in the beginning of me being out the fuck side. You feel me?
he said out
Like
the
of
fuck
course
side.
out the fuck side. Yeah, you feel me? Like
Nigga.
we was in the of course in the after hours. You feel me?
Yeah.
Every weekend. So when I say um drug amenities, um, uh, uh,
Oh yeah.
they're fucking relentless. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you got people that have them everywhere. It's drink everywhere. You feel me?
Everywhere.
So when I say it became a vice for me, you feel me? Because I was working at the weed sesh, you feel me? And I was doing the after hours every weekend. When I say every, I'm talking
Blazing,
every what was it? Every Tuesday and Wednesday I was at the weed session. Every Friday, Saturday, I was in the after hours. You feel me? So it was smoke here. You feel me?
Drink
Do
there.
something here. You feel
Yeah.
me? Your partner got these for the low. You feel me? All that type of shit. We was getting everything. So I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was drugged the fuck
You
out. You
was
feel
out
me?
your
Like damn
fucking
near
mind, nigga.
out my fucking mind,
Right.
high every weekend, bro. Like
Right.
damn near every week. You feel me? Because it was like I might not have necessarily had the money to buy this shit, but I had so much resource, and
Oh yeah.
I
That
done a lot
shit
of shit
come,
for
nigga.
folks.
That should have
They just
come.
giving it to me.
Yeah.
I'm damn near the test rat. You feel me?
That
I'm about
nigga
to say
said the
if you want to
test
say so
rat.
to speak. Man, the
Yeah.
test rat, bro. They was
Nigga,
giving me
the
whatever.
the
Like
white
they got some
mouse,
new
huh?
shit. Bro, the
Nigga.
white mouse, absolutely, bro. Had me in a goddamn a cubicle, nigga.
Nigga, just running in circles, nigga, bouncing off every motherfucking wall some weeks, nigga, you down and out in the corner, huh?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So that's how that shit was for a while, and basically, yeah, when I started being outside, you feel me? Um, it just basically became a thing. You feel me? And it also, it altered. You feel me? A nigga's mindset.
yeah, hell
So
yeah.
I think this is one. But yeah, this time I was still talking about basically like I was with the big homie. You feel me? That I told you about,
Yep.
and I was in. Me and him used to get into it all the time. He used to try to always little bro me and shit. And I hated that. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Right.
But
Nigga sound like
fucking
Kevin Hart. I'm grown ass
we
man.
had
What's
this
wrong
time
with
where
you? You sound like Kevin Hart right
what's
there.
wrong with you,
You
bro?
I'm a grown ass man, man. What's wrong with you,
But yeah, he had me
nigga?
fucked up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So at this particular time, this didn't even necessarily have necessarily just to do with him. This just had to deal with what I was going through in particular. So me and him would get into it all the time. Of course, just on our own accord because of how he was. But
Right.
because of how he was able to bring something out of me. You feel me? That I wasn't paying attention to that didn't have shit to do with him. So
Right.
we got I think it was Mai Tai. Can't drink that shit. Don't drink it ever. I don't drink it at all. You
It
feel me?
fuck
That
you
shit be
off,
having
huh?
me should be having me fucked off. The damn Malibu and all that other fucking sugar shit they be having in there. Yeah, it had me twisted. I
Okay.
tried it a couple times just to see. You feel me? Like,
Mm.
is it me or is it like this something I can't take and I literally can't drink my tie? So,
Okay. Well,
with the guys, huh?
no, I was gonna say because I have a friend that she's in a relationship with this dude, and he had drank. I was literally talking to her today. He had drank some brown, and he flashed on her. So she asked me some advice, and I was like, "Well, have y'all drunk before?" She was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Okay, well, nigga, that nigga probably knew what he was doing, but he said he blacked out." And this is what's crazy about you saying nigga have to damn near show you a video. So I'm gonna make sure she see this because I was like, man, that nigga, just make sure that this nigga don't, you know what I mean? And I was like, I don't really trust the way that he put it out there, but listening to you now, I'm like, maybe it's just certain shit that mixed with a nigga and that nigga blacked out and did some wild
Bruh,
shit.
they call it wine and spirits for a reason, man.
That's
You
what she
put
said, blood. That's exactly what the fuck she said. That's
yeah,
blood. I swear to God, blood. She said the same shit today. She said they call it spirit, so I think it brought something out of the nigga
bro.
that's
You
in him. That's
if you talk
crazy,
about
blood.
nature in general, they're getting a lot of the shit from trees, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
They're extracting the shit from trees.
Damn,
Trees, of
blood.
course. They're yeah. Come on, bro.
God
This shit
damn,
go
that shit
deep when
went
it
deep
comes to
right
that,
there.
bro.
You just don't understand because it's crazy that we even got on this topic, my nigga. And the way you saying is, I'm telling her, man, maybe you need to cut bruh off. You know what I mean? Cut bruh off because the way he flashed on her. But now she was like, we never drank this. And he was saying it was that. And he blacked out. And I'm like, I don't know. That shit sound like. But now you saying it, I'm like, let me double back and, talk to her about that
Man,
because
some people can't like some people can't drink. Like I know
certain
people, you feel
shit.
me? Like they can't drink certain
Like
shit, or
Hennessy,
they
I
just
know
can't.
I've heard shit like that. Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't do hornitos. I can't do mai tais. You feel me? I can't overly. You feel me? Like I can't yeah
Nigga, you
drink
be out in
certain
the street
shit.
like the wino after that shit, huh? To be all
Man,
bad.
black Supermans. You feel me? It's like I've actually really like had these
Figured it
certain
out.
like put it like figured it out for surely which
Yeah.
ones I can and can't drink. Black Supermans. You feel me?
Okay.
They'll make me upset. And
Damn.
I'll know that I'm mad, but can't stop being mad. Literally, but I've
Damn.
experienced that shit.
Okay.
Being mad as fucking wanting to stop being mad, but it's
But you
just
can't.
you already there. You feel me? It's fucked
Okay.
off. Hornitos, it amps me up. You feel me? It makes me very like jittery. You feel me? Type shit. You feel me?
Okay.
Makes a nigga angry. Can't drink that shit. Mai
Okay.
Tai. No. So me, I know I can. I'm a champagne. You feel me?
Okay.
Wine drinker. You feel me? Like that's kind of my thing. That's what I stick with. I can drink hell of that shit. Get drunk, and most thing I'm gonna do is fall the fuck asleep. You
That's
feel
it.
me?
Yeah, that should knock you out.
Yeah. Night night.
Okay,
You feel me?
so I don't mean to cut you off, but so
Go ahead.
let's talk about. I want to get into what do you think about the scene, man? Like, what's going on? Like, are we gonna find what we need? Is it like very far and few? What's going on? Like, with your mindset as being a good black man that was come from like your family wasn't there from what I'm hearing. So I from what I just seen, what you had made you want to be a dad to your daughter and be intact and do the things that you probably didn't have. And now that that fell
Exactly.
apart, what is the dating pool like for you? What are you finding out here? Is it something that you think that you'll probably want to do that again, or do you think you're gonna kind of just stave off and
It has to be, you feel me, the mindset and the mental has to be there for sure because we tend to all get in a lot of situations, you feel me, and don't be mentally correct, you feel me, to
right,
be able to withstand a situation. But my experience, you feel me, over time has been fucking trash, bro. I'm not even
trash,
cap to
right?
you on
Yeah.
that trash, bro. You
And are
feel
you
me?
getting the same thing, like where the motherfuckers just looking for something and then they not satisfied when they get certain shit? Like what are you running into out there, man? Like just
For me, it's running into folks who need something. You feel me?
yeah,
In particular, a lot of times that's happened to me. You feel me on the just on the playing field is folks who need something or folks who haven't experienced certain things. So when they see something, you feel me, that is above anything that they've experienced with people. You feel me? They try to
latch
hold
on
on
to it.
to it,
Yep,
latch on
I've
to it. You
had
feel
that.
me? And that
Yeah.
type of shit. And people don't understand like the whole experience. You feel me? With the whole thing with experiencing people. You feel me? Actually getting to know somebody. Um, all that different types of shit, knowing what
Yeah.
people like, what they don't like, all that. And that's something that people try to do, you feel me, a lot earlier than it is permitted, you feel me? Because it's like you have to learn all of this stuff over
It
time. It
take
gotta be
time,
some B
blood. It
roll.
take
It takes
time.
time. Nah,
I
people
was,
want that shit microwave.
yeah, and that was the thing. One of my friends, we were talking about some stuff, and it's like people want everything so quick, and it's like no, when you get out of shit and you've seen shit and you experience certain shit, as a man, we need to take our time because we can't just invest right back into something and then that go wrong. Because I think that for me, for a long time, I was a people pleaser. You know what I mean? When I got with a woman, I'm showing her the world. I'm taking care of her. I don't care what you got to do. You know what I mean? We gon' whatever. You know what I mean? If I got it, you got it. You really don't never have to pay for nothing come out your pocket, whatever. You know what I mean? So it was like that, and I wanted to keep my family intact as well. You know what I mean? But then after a certain point, it seemed like you just got to keep picking off pieces of yourself and giving it until it's almost nothing left. You know what I mean? And then when men are down, that's not attractive to women, so they can just stave off from that. You know what I mean? When you at your weakest point, because I know from what you told me, you was at your weakest point. I was there too, basically, damn near on your knees, like, don't do this. I need, you know what I mean? And you was willing to do
Exactly.
any fucking thing to stay in that
Absolutely.
situation. You get what I'm saying? And that's how we are when you really want to dedicate yourself to somebody. So now trying to jump into something else, you just want to take your time and make sure the shit is right. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of trash out here, blood. It's a
Man, a lot
lot
of
of
bots. So look,
tumbleweeds blowing in the wind, man. You know what I mean?
oh
And
my God,
and
bro.
they'll
And
latch
then
on to you if they think you doing anything. You know what I mean?
yes,
So
bro. Like
yeah.
that's definitely what especially oh man, especially
He
being
said,
in the
"Oh man."
between the after hours and weed session,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
They think you cute. You feel me? They think you got some money. And honestly, at that time, I was one of the brokest niggas in the
But
motherfucking
you was
room,
looking
bro.
like money, nigga. I seen you,
But
nigga.
yeah,
I
yeah,
seen you,
exactly,
nigga.
bro.
You was doing your fucking thing, nigga. I was like, look at my nigga. You know what I mean? I was happy to see you smiling, nigga. You know what I mean? I was happy to see you smiling because I know you was a good nigga, bruh. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
So,
it, man.
okay. So, just trash, huh? Nothing.
No, it's look. I'm not gonna sit there and make it seem like it wasn't no good. You feel me?
Yeah.
Good ones that a nigga came across, but them being for me, absolutely not.
Not,
You
yeah.
feel me? That's what that's what they weren't. You feel me? And then it's like it's all about the the genuine feeling for me. Like it has to be there. You feel
Yeah.
me? I know what
Yeah.
it feels like. I know what it is. That shit got to be there, and it just can't be any old thing. And it
Right.
also has to be a foundation. You feel me? Uh, to be set because it's just like if I'm a do all of this shit over again, you feel me? That's it. I'm not doing that shit through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
That's
That's it.
it, nigga.
That
Yeah.
shit out of there,
Yeah,
nigga.
that's
The
it,
next
bruh.
one, you feel me?
Gotta be
The
that one.
next, yeah, it gotta be it. You feel
It,
me? It
man,
has to
yeah,
be.
because
It's
I
it,
mean, especially when you out here, working hard to get something. Motherfuckers don't understand. You bust your ass to get what you got. I don't give a fuck how little it is. In today's time, if you got you a roof over your head and you can, feed your family and do shit, that's you winning. But a lot of motherfuckers see the Instagram shit and want that lifestyle and want to be able to do this and go there. And shit ain't like that in real life, man. You gotta
was
stack that money and get there one day, be able to do that shit. But they want it now at 20, and you know what I mean? That shit, you crazy as fuck.
and it's some folks that got it, but it's
But
just
that's
like it's the
scamming
whole thing of thinking
motherfuckers, you
that
know what
you
I
have
mean?
to. Yeah, I'm about to say it's folks thinking that you gotta have that shit right now. It's just like
Nah.
everybody, it ain't gonna work like that for everybody.
Not
You
long
feel me?
term.
Like
I
it's
mean, you could do it, and a lot of motherfuckers. I seen motherfuckers, blood, have hella money and blow through that shit and be looking stupid in a few months, nigga. You know that
I done
that
done it.
PPP shit, nigga. That
Oh, that was the
flame,
heart of that.
yeah,
That was the heart of that. When I say I saw some of the
floss,
weird shit, you feel
man.
me?
Exactly.
At that particular time, because everybody and their mama had money.
Dope.
You feel
Everybody,
me?
they was stunning like a motherfucker.
And what's crazy about it is that I wish I really honestly don't wish that these niggas had used all that. I honestly wish they would have used it to do something. You
Man,
feel me? Because
niggas, you
niggas would
just
be in a different position
man,
right
just
now.
think if you would have got 5 or 6 of your niggas come together, buy some property, flip it, hurry up, pay them niggas their money back. You know what I
You know how
mean?
many times that at that time when I was going on, because everybody was hitting. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ran through like 50,000 at that time. You
Yeah.
feel me? So moving, you feel me? So it was like I was doing my cleaning shit, you feel me, and all that. Just hella shit was going on. I was
Right.
running in that everything, you feel me? So fucking, you know how many times that I had hit folks like, hey, let's do this right now. You feel me? Why niggas got the bread? You feel me?
Nigga went and bought a
Ain't nobody,
Hellcat. Nigga like, fuck you, nigga.
bro. Niggas, yeah,
Throw that
exactly.
shit up.
Niggas ain't want to do nothing. You feel
Nothing,
me?
nigga.
It's just like I could do it by myself. You feel me? But it's just like that shit's hard. You feel
Yeah,
me?
it
You
is. It's
actually
harder
need a
when you ain't
team.
got that help. You know what I mean? But nigga, I wish you'd have reached out to me, nigga. We could have did it, nigga. You know what I mean?
We could still
Oh,
do
nigga,
something for
well,
sure.
nigga, like I said, I got a couple properties out there. I got one out here that I'm about to flip a duplex, nigga. So holla at your boy, nigga. I'm about to
Oh
flip
yeah,
that
I'm
shit
about to
out.
say.
Yeah,
All
nigga.
right, say less then. I'm
Yeah,
about to say
well,
say
yeah,
less.
holla at me, nigga. So, yeah, blood. But so man, tell the people like your Instagram and your music, cause I'm telling y'all niggas, I bullshit y'all not. I did music with Mac Dre, did music with hella motherfuckers from the Bay, Yuck Mouth, all that. This nigga is fire. I'm not bullshitting you. So give them your motherfucking shit so they can go check out that shit. And you gotta send me that one song again, cause I think you did send it to me, that Journey song, or the one
Oh
that you was
yeah.
talking about where you was when you was out there. I want to hear that because I might still have it in the email because I don't
No,
remember how you sent
I'm
it
gonna
to me.
send you. I'm gonna send you hella shit. I got man. You since the last time you talked to me, I got hundreds of songs. Like,
Okay.
bro, I got hella shit. So I got
Yeah.
hella shit to flood you with
All
anyway.
right, nigga. Yeah, give me some. I need some new shit to listen to when I'm
Yeah.
at
Oh yeah.
work.
I got some new shit for you because I'm in the process of trying to drop my album and everything.
Well,
And I
nigga,
you
you
know
know
I
if you need
spoke.
some photography, nigga, I keep telling you this, and you know now I'm doing video too. I ain't like I ain't like them niggas that do all the shit with.
I need all that.
Yeah,
I need all
nigga,
that.
holla at your nigga, man. I got you. You know what I
For
mean?
sure,
So
because I've been fucking around with the media too, so I'm gonna be hands on with you with the shit. You
okay.
feel me? So,
So
but
drop your line, man. And then I guess what I want to start doing is letting niggas that come on, especially niggas that talk about their journey, give some inspirational words for the young niggas that's out here struggling. The young niggas that need that boost. And I know this is hella cliche, but men, us men, and especially us black men, we need to stick together and we need to build a solid foundation for the ones coming up under us because we was faced with hella fuck shit. Because like I said, we wasn't raised with our daddies, so we didn't really know how to become men. And luckily, if you found somebody that'll put some real man shit in you, you know what I mean, to have you on at least the right track, like you said, your big homies, because some of these niggas lead these young niggas down the wrong track, and they don't give a fuck. They using them, you know what I mean? So leave them with some words, nigga, from a nigga that came from some shit, nigga. Cause nigga, I'm surprised you living, nigga, coming out of Chicago, nigga. I'm
man, who
afraid
you
of that
man,
motherfucker. Nigga.
who you
I'm
telling, bro?
afraid of
People
that
ask me all
motherfucker,
the
nigga.
time, bro.
I seen a video today where some niggas ran up on a car, nigga, let off in that motherfucker with a K. The nigga jumped out the other side, nigga. The aunt still shooting. Nigga, that shit, I scare. Cause see, I'm the type of nigga, but when I go places, a nigga always gotta stare at me and try to mug me or some shit. Even when I was younger, going to the club, so I let a nigga stare at me and turn my head, let him win that little shit. You feel me? So I'm like, nigga, I just had that feeling. If I go to Chicago, nigga, I'm gonna die. My class wanted to go there. I was like, fuck y'all niggas. That's one place
No,
I'm not going.
you just gotta stay out of certain areas. And just like when you in the town, you feel me? Don't come to the town if you don't know nobody in the town, man. Go in certain places and shit like that. You feel me?
Man,
That's when you really
I
start.
feel safe in the town, nigga. Just the thought of, I mean, I know the town is bad, but nigga, that Chicago, nigga.
I mean, I feel like they glorify it. You feel me? Just like I mean, it's fucked up. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's not fucked up because it's a lot of shit that's going on now that wasn't going on when I was
That's what I'm
growing up.
saying.
Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's for sure ugly. You feel
You'll
me?
never
But
catch
it's
me out there, nigga. You couldn't pay me, nigga.
you. Man, you gotta, bro. Come on, man. Like
Man,
you could
fuck.
slide out there. You feel me? You just
Look,
gotta look. Put it like this:
I'm
if
gonna
you
tell
go
you
if you
like I
go to the
told my,
city, you feel me? You can't move everywhere. You feel me? You can't go
what, you said in
everywhere.
the
If you
city?
know, yeah. Put it like this: like if you have when you in Chicago, your destination has to be specific. Ain't no tourist shit unless you downtown and you're even if you
Nigga, I
downtown, the
seen some shit
general.
downtown, nigga. Nigga,
You
no.
you you just gotta have specific destinations, man, and know where you're going in general. You can't go
Man, you can't
everywhere.
get lost, nigga. I don't want to go there, nigga. If I can't get lost and
Nah.
wander and be like, yo, nigga, I don't got no parts of that. Nah, nigga, you in it now. Fuck that, nigga. I'm not. I'm telling you, leave me the fuck alone, bro. I don't, nigga. You couldn't convince me, nigga. We'll never go to Chicago, so don't even try it, nigga. I'm not fucking with you, nigga. Never. That'd be one piece of soil that don't see these motherfucking
Ah
shoes.
man, you gotta slide, bro. It's man, man. Just think about this. Think about it like this. How many places have you gone? You feel me? Where it was hella shit, probably worse than what you think, what you can see from either social media or what people tell you. Feel me? Whatever like that. How much shit is going on under wraps in the
Nah, I
nicest
get
places
it.
that you
I
done
get
been?
it. But nigga, look. Motherfuckers try to get
Nah,
me to go to Mexico. Nigga, they was talking about Cancun. Yeah, go to Cancun. Them motherfucking cartel came down there and shot Cancun the fuck up. No, thank you, sir. I'm good.
I'm cool. I'm cool out Cancun and all of some of
Okay. Well,
them little
nigga.
other countries
Well,
and shit
nigga,
like that.
how
Ain't that?
about me say the same shit you was just saying about Chicago to
Look,
you about you like
I
I'm
lived
not
in my
fucking
look.
with
I
it.
lived in my city. And, no, put it like this. Put it like this. I'm gonna tell you this straight.
All right.
I had more chances of dying out here than I had back home.
Okay.
Straight up though, I literally almost died a couple of times out here. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
that shit.
fucking around out here. You feel me? Like, cause I moved to Brookfield. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right when of course in the beginning. Yeah, I moved to Brookfield and shit like that. Was the okay? Oh shit. That's not right. Oh shit! All right, I'll be in a
Yeah,
second.
we gonna wrap this up, man. Let's wrap it up. So yeah, tell me about the Brookfield. So what happened? They almost
So yeah,
smacked you
so
out.
basically, just like one of my folks that I met, you feel me, my little brother, he
Okay.
ended up dying, you feel me, damn near right in front of me, you feel me, in a
God
gas
damn.
station. I almost died that particular night too. They came in, shot that motherfucker up. You know, Brookfield is notorious for that type of
Yeah.
shit. You feel me, in general, which I did not necessarily know until I had already moved there. But it didn't make me no different because it felt like home, if you want to say
Yeah.
so to speak, because of just how everything was and shit like that. So yeah, that was one of the main places that I got to a lot of my shit over there. I earned my stripes. I don't have no problems over there. You feel me?
Yeah.
None of that type of shit. But that was one of the main places that I went where
That shit
you
was
feel me.
wild, huh?
I could walk outside. You feel me? And at the wrong time. You feel me? And that's it. God
Yeah.
damn it, because it's a lot of niggas that I since I lived over there for or known people around there for at least 7 to 8 years. You feel me?
Mm.
I mean, being out here. I done seen niggas get their car switch cheesed up, be lucky to be alive. Some niggas that I used to, kick it with a hang around that ain't alive no more.
Right.
Some niggas that didn't even get in the shit, you feel me?
Still got
They
him.
ain't alive no more.
Right.
You feel me? So,
I get it, nigga.
I ain't
I
gonna
just tend to stay away from all that shit. Nigga,
I
I'm
mean,
good.
to be so honest, even when I was home living back home, I stayed in the studio. That's one of the main reasons why I was alive. The big GD niggas that I was fucking with,
Yeah.
they kept me in the studio. I would literally, this is what I would do. I would go to school in the morning. As soon as I get out of school, straight to the studio or home.
Feel you,
I wasn't
nigga.
going nowhere fucking around. You feel me? And nor was they getting me in the shit because that really wasn't what you feel me.
They was
Growth and
trying to do.
development was about in the first place. That's
So,
never what it was about.
man, leave these niggas with something, some inspirational words, and then tell them about your music and where they can find it at. You gonna send me the link? I'm gonna put it in the shit. So,
Yeah, I got you. Motivational words, man.
if you had to tell them anything to keep them on track, to keep them alive, man.
Man, never. So for this, one of the main ones, you feel me, is like because I know you asked me earlier, you feel me, like what did I do to, stay, out this, the mindset that I was in was to basically is to keep going. You can't give up for shit. You feel me? No
Right.
matter what the fuck it is, it's really all about, you feel me, keeping yourself in that mindset that you have something something to offer, you feel me? And
Okay.
if you don't have it or know what it is that you have to offer, you feel me, then that's when you dig deep, you feel me, and figure out what you're good at, figure out, you feel me, that what you're kind of good at,
Okay.
give yourself a hobby, all that different types of shit. There's so much shit that people just choose not to uh, use their mind for, you feel me, to be able to, figure out what it is that they possibly could do to either further themselves or further somebody else, you feel me? It's,
Okay.
it's you're only as strong as, you feel me, the people that you have around you as well, too. Your judgment and character, that shit really matters, you feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It matters ridiculously, you feel me? Because a lot of the positions that I've been put in haven't just been because of myself. It's been because of the people
Other
that I
people
chose
fuck with,
to
yeah.
have around me. You feel me?
That's who gave me my sense. I hung around a couple of Arabs, man, and they was all about their money. So it was about my money, man. So tell them about your music, blood, and then we gonna get up out of here for this little I need to upgrade this shit, man, and keep cutting off. It's gonna cut off in a minute. Nigga. This is my first time using Zoom. You motherfuckers out there, let me look at these. You motherfuckers out there better not talk shit about me on this free version of Zoom, and you better not talk shit about them them two holes in my wall that I'm fixing, niggas. Y'all better leave me alone about that shit.
They'll be fixed soon, man.
Yeah, they be painted. Just need a little paint. They already.
Just a little paint real quick. But yeah, my Instagram is underscore Mr. Dot. So period. I noticed something. It's Mr. Dot INOTICEDSUM #2. You feel me? Because I had a page before, you feel
Gotcha.
me? That they took down. But yeah, underscore Mr. I noticed something too. And you can find me on all platforms at AbejideJ, you feel me? So any of my music that you can find right now that I haven't
Man,
released.
you gotta spell that shit for these niggas,
I am.
But send me the link, yeah.
It's ABEJIDE, the letter J at the end, you feel me? Don't nobody else got my motherfucking name in America,
Nobody,
so it ain't gonna be hard to find me.
Nigga was like, call me my name. I was like, nigga, AJ. Nigga, cause that shit was hard, nigga. I ain't never called you by that shit. You know what I mean? So
you sure haven't. That's crazy, yeah. But that was the thing, though. When I started fucking around with the music, people I was fucking with was like, hey, use your real name, you feel me? Because it gets people attention.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like,
that's fire, bud. You fire. So man, all right, well, good talking to you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get you back on, man. We gotta dig deeper into some of the relationship shit because I want to talk about that a little bit more at some point, man. And I really appreciate you, brother. Stay up, stay positive, keep making your money, and burn these niggas and these bitches, man. Do your fucking thing, nigga. You doing that, nigga. I love this nigga right here, man. I appreciate you, brother. All right, man. This is the lounge, and we signing out.
Signing out, man.